Here's Don Scudder. He'll be facing Ed Hamlin.
Don Scudder is probably one of the most successful amateur bowlers in our area. Excellent game, well practiced, super position at the foul line. Don Scudder will be playing one of the most difficult lines we know. The first board requires one heck of a lot of concentration.
Leaves the 10. Like you say with Scudder playing that first board, he walks the line of disaster with every roll.
It appears that way, Tom, but to a well-schooled player like Don Scudder, he's played out there many, many times. He's won several titles from the ditch, and we're seeing probably one of the best ditch players around.
He's 32 years old, started bowling at age 7. He bowls between 20 and 100 games a week. So like you say, he is experienced. And starts off with a spare in game number 2.
First shot was a bit tentative. He didn't roll the ball quite as well as he is capable. But now we're going to watch this man, the clutch shooter, Ed Hamlin, pulling it out in the 10th frame, game 1 of our new season, not taking too much time.
And picks up where he left off. He's good and loose right now.
You bet he is. As we can see here on the replay, really getting down through the shot with authority, going through the ball. The ball's revving up nicely, a little high into the pocket, but the head pin coming off the wall and doing the damage on the 4-pin. Ed Hamlin is hot.
And if you think it's too late to start bowling, Ed started bowling at age 18. That's only 9 years bowling, and look at, well,
disastrous.
I don't want to say look at that.
One of the shots, we called it last game a couple of times. He got the ball down short. Now, what I mean by short is his thumb comes out of the ball too soon. In other words, it slipped out, as we can see here on the replay. Now watch it. Just losing the ball completely, never having a chance to apply any spin to let it hook back, cutting through, taking out just a few of the pins. Has a spare here that,
and he's light again,
is potentially dangerous.
So Hamlin is open in the 2nd.
About the only thing that keeps that from being just an utter disaster is the fact that he was on a strike. He does not lose the count from the first ball. It's still an open, and an open against Don Scudder may be hazardous to your health.
Look at him way over there on that right side. And like you say, when a guy opens up, his opponent is out to strike.
Don Scudder, probably one of the best match play bowlers in the city, as we see here by Don Scudder's footwork. Well schooled, excellent position at the foul line. Watch this reaction. He likes it. 10 pins in the pit.
Look how close these guys all get to that foul line. It's a lot like a long jumper.
It is.
Hitting that foul line. You don't want to overshoot. You don't want to undershoot. The good ones hit it right every time.
Exactly. Don's made several million trips to the foul line in his years of bowling. He knows the way to the foul line, and his ball knows the way to the pocket.
Like that. Like 10 solid pins in the pit.
We can see. Take a look at it here on the replay, Todd. Laying it down on the first board, hitting the 2nd board at the arrows, angling in the pins. Just, they've got nowhere to go. Score, as you can see it right now, 26 for Eddie in the 2nd. He's got to get going on his favorite lane. Yeah, he likes the right lane. He's locked in. He looks good and loose.
We're here at Delfair Lanes. Just to remind people, Dave, proprietor is Pat Wynn and general manager Bruce Reibel.
Got a lot of good people here at Delfair, as in all our BPA establishments around the city. Really make you feel welcome.
Leaves the 10. You know, you mentioned this establishment here. They've got those automatic scores.
Technology coming around. It's in our homes. It's in the bowling establishments. It's here at Delfair Lanes, and several of the bowling proprietors have it throughout the city. It's a great system. Look out.
Ooh.
Eddie's getting that ball down too short. Let's take a look at it here on the replay. At the bottom of the swing, he's just going to lose it. The ball never having a chance to bite the lane and the hook back, missing the 10 pin by just a hair. Don Scudder, even though it's early in the match, has the potential to to put Ed not away, but put him back in the pack.
Going for 3 strikes in a row, and he's got it.
They will not come any tougher than Don Scudder off the ditch. Here we can see him here. Low position at the foul line. Sneaks up on him. Maximum position through the ball. Look at that ball. No deflection whatsoever. Going through the pocket.
And there's your score.
Don Scudder with 50 in the second. Eddie with 26. Another open in the fourth. A triple working for Don. He has this match well in hand already. A 50 pin or more advantage.
Potentially he can turn the lights out early. He's been the king 10 times on the King of Bowling.
Another good shot.
Leaves the 10.
Yeah, he's a little disgusted there with his release, even though his position and arm swing were good. He did not apply the good roll on the ball, which is going to get the 10 pin out. The edge shot, as you can see, is your percentage shot to hit the pocket and to carry if you roll the ball. But that 6 pin, Don says, ah.
And we talk about the experience of Don Scudder. 5 sanctioned 300 games, 7 299s, and an 834 series.
Not making the same mistake Ed Hamlin did by shooting that. He has a 99 in the
fourth frame
there to 54. Ed must get started. If he wants any chance at all to win, he's got to throw X's from here on out.
Leaves the 10.
Another weak shot. All of a sudden, Ed is becoming tentative. It looks like he doesn't quite have a good feel on the ball at all, as we can see here. Now watch it. Gets out of the ball. He's not really rolling it cleanly. He's not sure if it's going to hit right or not. The 6 pin, the second one from the edge of your screen, goes into the channel and dies.
This time he picks up the 10 pin.
Feel with your equipment is probably one of the most important things to the better bowler, Todd. If you don't have a good grip on it, you can't feel it. 99 in the fourth for Don Scudder, 54 for Ed Hamlin. Both spares up in the 5th frame. Eddie has to get on the strike train right now.
Time to mention that the BPA All-Star Travel League today, girls at the Super Bowl, boys at Northwest. And there's the strike train.
He better add a few cars to it from here on out. As we can see here on the replay, Todd, he throws this ball as well as you possibly can. Getting through it with some authority, the ball revving up, going through the pocket, no deflection, no skid, 10 pins in the pit. Don Scudder on the right lane, hitting the pocket every shot so far.
Got it again.
Oh, great action on the 6 pin. You know you're throwing the ball right when the 6 pin jumps out of the gutter and knocks over the 10, as we can see here on the replay. Everyone keep your eyes on the 6 pin. The second one from the right edge of your screen will go to the gutter, come out, right there, go to the gutter, come out, slap the 10 pin with the belly. Away she goes. Don Scudder's rolling the ball well.
Most times when that happens to the average bowler, that 6 pin just gets trapped in that channel and can't come back out.
Don Scudder at this point has a 45 pin advantage. Both bowlers strikes up. Don Scudder has the hammer and he goes high.
He's heavy.
Really slowed up on that shot, Todd. I don't know what was going through his mind, but he threw that ball exceptionally slow, hooked early, going through the heart of the pins, leaving a next to impossible spare. A 4, 6, 10.
That's the only time he's missed the pocket today.
So far, he'll shoot cross lane, try to take out the 6 and the 10. He's on a strike. The pin count will help him.
Ooh.
He was going for it.
He gave it a good run.
That's two for sure, and maybe 3.
That's a safe way of going after it.
That's right. Here you're going to see the 6 pin slide right over, right back of the 4 pin, just missing it there by about 3 or 4 inches.
You know, they talk about certain sports being a game of inches. How about this one?
This is a game of fractions of inches.
You'd have to go.
Oh, no.
You'd have to go to the metric system to describe this game. It's a game of millimeters.
Right. Ed Hamlin with a chance to get back in the match. Crucial strike. Could not physically throw the ball any better The ball just finishing a hair too hard, cutting through, missing the 9-pin. Tough break for Eddie Hamlin.
Picks up the spare.
Little dejected look on his face there, Todd. If there's one thing in this game that's more disheartening than anything else, is to throw a good shot and to not capitalize.
And he could have picked up a lot of ground there with a strike.
He could have picked up a lot of ground, is right. As it is, he did pick up a few, but strikes is the name of the game. Goes wide again on the right lane.
Misses the pocket.
Left
Leaves
lane.
the 1-2-4.
He's having a little trouble. He's getting to the line a hair quicker now. He's starting to press, getting the ball down short. He is down 36 pins, 3 frames to go. It's not out of the question, but it is definitely going to be tough, and he has to have a spare.
And he picks the spare up.
Look at him say, I don't know what to do.
What are your suggestions for bowlers when they get down on themselves like that? How do you relax yourself to come back?
It's tough, especially on television, Todd. The thing Eddie should be doing right now is trying to get his ball feeling a little more comfortable on his hand. It looks like it's not quite right. Don Scudder is not going to wait around for Ed Hamlin anymore.
He's hot.
Okay, we're going to watch the first board being labeled right here with the ball. Second board, actually. Excellent follow through. Good roll on the ball. Watch this ball go through the pins. No deflection. Every pin just looking around for something else to knock down.
He could have had 20 pins up there that time and knocked them all down.
You bet. Don Scudder can put this match away with this strike right here.
And he's got it.
The big shot, the one to put it away, take all the pressure off in the 10th frame right here. Don Scudder throws the best shot of the match.
Ed Hamlin with a strike in the 9th.
Ed Hamlin could strike out at this point. He could finish with a respectable game of 191. However, without throwing another ball, Don Scudder already has 187, and he does not even need a mark in the 10th frame. As you see the scoreboard there.
Well, Ed Hamlin came from far behind in that first game. I'm sure he hasn't given up. Boy, he hit that one awfully high.
Well, Ed, you know, it's nice to keep trying 100%, but when you know no matter what happens, you can't win, your attitude has a tendency to go down. And in match play competition, that's understandable. But you league bowlers in tournaments or in your league, never give up. Try to get every pin you can, because you never know when you might need it. In this game, the man that gave us a brilliant, exciting finish in the first game is going to go down to defeat this game, having a little trouble holding on to the ball. We'll finish out with a 171.
He stumbled early. 2nd and 4th frames were open.
Never could get it started. The crucial shot was in the 7th frame, where he could have an opportunity to build a string. Lost the 10 pin, and you could almost see his attitude go down the tubes right there. Don Scudder will finish out here with any kind of a mark. No problem. He is the winner.
The way Scudder has been bowling in this game, it really doesn't matter how much better the other bowler is going. He has been hot.
Well, he's been in the pocket every time, but I'll tell you, he's a little lackadaisical on a few shots, Todd, with his release. That's the shot where he leaves that weak 10. Now, the next man he's coming up against, Tim Weisbrod, is not relaxed. He is not going to take it easy. He's out there giving 110% every shot. I think we're going to have another barn burner the 3rd game.
Weisbrod was intense in the warm-ups. He doesn't relax.
Never. Never. He's here for one purpose today, and that's to win. Tim Weisbrod was our king coming into the very first week last year, was defeated at Kingpin Lanes. He told me today he's going to change that around, hopefully with big game 240 or 50. Don Scudder finishing out with a 216 to a 171, the winner this game, Todd.
So Don Scudder will advance to our championship game. And Scudder will face our king, Tim Weisbrod, after this on the BPA King of Bowling.
The special appeal of Hudy Delight is that it's a real beer, brewed like a real beer, fermented longer like a real beer, with a real beer flavor. The bonus is that it's light and has a third less calories. Make sure you give yourself the pleasure of a light beer that really tastes like a beer. And smile, it's a delight. Hudy Delight, from the family of better beers.
The better beers are here.